to beat Brock Lesnar and become the Universal Champion, guys.
But that definitely sucks. But that to transition from that to keep it tag teams, there's been rumored for a while that the Hardys tag team run right now is not going to last long at all. They
Why
want
is that?
because they want Jeff Hardy versus Finn Balor in the worst kind of way.
Oh,
and just
wow.
hearing those words come out of my mouth makes me just drool a little bit.
That would be really fucking awesome.
And they also want him to face Brock, which would be, I don't know how
They want Finn to fight Brock?
No, they want
Brock or Braun?
I said Brock.
Damn.
Yeah, they want Finn to fight Brock, and they want Jeff to fight Brock.
Are they gonna let any of them win?
That's what I'm worried about.
I thought they were. Well, speaking of Lesnar, I thought the whole plan. Not that I'm happy with it. I go back and forth with Lesnar, but my biggest problem with him is he's part time and he has to take all the spotlight.
I don't know why.
And he fucking has to hold the title hostage. That shit pisses me off.
He's not holding the title hostage. He didn't personally say the title's mine now.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon put the title on him.
Yeah,
If you're gonna get mad at anybody, get mad at Vince. Why get mad at Brock?
Well, I am mad at Vince.
He's just following
I'm just
orders.
going through the catalyst.
That's like hating the soldier when the general told you to shoot him.
Well, then fuck Vince, okay?
There you go.
All right, but I'd feel better if he defended it at least at every pay-per-view, but he's not even doing that. So, and I don't know if what's going to actually end up happening, but I'm hearing the rumor is that Roman Reigns is going to be the guy to end up taking the title from Lesnar. Go figure.
I don't think it's going to happen because they want that to happen at Mania. I don't see that plan happening full year, honestly.
I hope to God not. But with this stuff you're telling me about Balor and Hardy, I actually hope that this actually means that the gears are in motion, that they're going a different direction other than the Reigns Lesnar scenario, because we've been there, done that.
Well,
okay?
they have to get them, even if
because I want to see something fucking fresh, dude.
Well, even if the plan is for them to meet up at Mania, it
doesn't have to be for the title.
That's 11 months away. That's a long time away.
And sorry, just like with Goldberg and Lesnar, and I know you disagreed with me about that, it didn't have to be for the title. The match was already big enough. It didn't have to be for the title.
Totally disagree on that. There was,
and that's fine.
Why would you go into WrestleMania title versus title? It doesn't make sense. You did it at SummerSlam already. With it just
title versus title?
Yes, that's what it would have been. Kevin Owens versus Chris Jericho would have been
No.
title.
I'm talking about...
You're talking about the Universal title.
No, I'm talking about Lesnar and Goldberg going without the title.
That's what I'm talking about. If they wouldn't have...
No, I think title versus title would have been cool.
No.
It worked with Cena and Rollins, and it was great.
It's because that's what the story was. They didn't need title versus title. They had a great story already.
Here's the thing.
Even if you even think about during the story, the United States title wasn't even part of the story. So if you would have done that with that story, you would have made two titles secondary at WrestleMania in the main event.
I'm not so much arguing that match needed to be title versus title. I don't think it would have hurt or helped. What I'm saying is that Goldberg and Lesnar didn't have to be for the title.
Well, that's the only way. Who else would have been champion going to Mania?
Me.
I mean, you were there. But
they
seriously,
probably would have gave it to Balor, but he was still injured.
That probably.
All right, you got a point.
Honestly, the original plan probably was for Balor to go in.
Oh yeah, I don't think he never would have lost it.
I don't doubt that.
But you do got me there. Who would have had it?
Yeah, who else? Reigns?
Honestly, I would have rather fucking preferred that.
No. You don't need it.
I just don't like...
You don't need it with that storyline. They're fighting over the arc.
All right, but my only thing is, I just don't like part-timers with the title at the end. They don't need it.
Like, I could see that, but at the same time...
That was the only option at the point.
Think of the prestige of the title when the title gets brought back. You haven't seen that title on TV for weeks. When that title comes back on TV, you're going to be like, oh shit, there's a title.
I argued before...
And let me give a comparison right now, not to cut you off. Think of the UFC. Their champions only fight twice a year.
Okay.
So
that's true.
When their champions fight, it's a special. Conor McGregor. Mm-hmm. When Conor McGregor fights, it's a special moment. Mm-hmm. When Brock Lesnar brings that title on Raw, it's a special moment. You're getting the ratings up, and you're making the title more prestigious.
And I get that too, but
it's a new title. You got to make it prestigious.
Yeah, but I think they should make the name for that title with. I feel like it's the new title for the new generation, and they should have those guys should be carving the way and the names on the title, not fucking guys from like 15, 20 years ago that should be retired.
Brock Lesnar's still one of your biggest stars. He's still the biggest star.
Yeah,
on
but
Raw,
not
no
Goldberg.
doubt.
Goldberg didn't need to win that title. I was legitimately happy when he first came back, but then as soon as he
let me put it in this terms.
Beat Owens for the title, I was like, fuck you.
Well, let me put it in this terms. The Universal title is a brand new title. We've only had 2 champions before Goldberg, Kevin Owens and Finn Balor. 2 very, very good names on a title. But to the casual fan, you don't really know those names. You know the name Goldberg and you know the name Brock Lesnar.
Well, see, that's my issue. I'm not saying I don't understand where you're coming from. From a business standpoint, that's a great idea.
Even from a storyline standpoint, that's where I'm coming from here.
No, I think for the hardcore, I ain't talking about casual fans. I'm talking about for like the passionate hardcore fans.
But that's what you caught. That's the problem with wrestling today. Raw is not for the hardcore fan. That's what SmackDown's for.
But there's still some aspects of Raw that still do appeal to me, and I'm not a casual fan. So there are still parts of it that, but it's only in like little bits and pieces. The whole show's not dedicated to like SmackDown.
And here's the thing: you're gonna tune in regardless.
Exactly.
You're the one that's gonna come and
I'm
watch.
a fan.
That's why they're catering to the casual fan.
But yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I still disagree because I just don't think old timers from 20 years ago need to fucking have a world title. That's all. I'm gonna just disagree with you.
And here's what bothers me with that is I bet before Goldberg won the title, you were so pro Goldberg. I guarantee it.
Well, yeah,
because everybody was.
That's because I hated Lesnar. I was only pro Goldberg because I was so fucking pissed at Lesnar.
And then the instant he got put in his, you're like, and I'm not trying to like insult you here, but you're like every other internet wrestling fan. The instant he was put in the match, everybody instantly hated him. Instantly.
Which match?
The title match with Owens.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't deserve it. It's bullshit.
Why doesn't he deserve it?
Because
he's the biggest name in wrestling, other than The Rock.
Okay, he's been gone for 12 years.
So?
He gets fucking blown up.
The Rock was gone. He won the championship.
I didn't agree with that either.
Still happened.
It was dog shit. They ruined one of the hottest title reigns. CM Punk was champion for over
no doubt.
a year. They completely fucking buried him and shat on him.
You know what?
It was such bullshit.
Let me give my opinion on that. It wasn't him losing to The Rock. It's the way they did it. Honestly. Because him losing to The Rock, that's not a bad person for him to lose to. Would you rather him lose to Dolph Ziggler?
Fuck no.
Exactly. So, here's the thing, too. Would you have Kevin Owens lost to Seth Rollins? He just lost to another guy. Him losing to Goldberg by distraction legitimizes his title reign. Because
I can see that.
He didn't get legitimately beat for the title.
And I was okay with that. If they made it legitimate, I would have just been like, fuck.
And I knew they weren't. I knew that everybody knew that Chris Jericho was going to get involved.
Well, also, I just feel like, okay, motherfucking Goldberg hasn't wrestled in like 12, 13 years, and I feel like he barely tried to get back in shape.
Sting.
What?
Everybody was cool with Sting when he got a title shot.
It's because he was still good when he fucking wrestled.
Goldberg was great when he came back. He was.
No, he wasn't.
I will say.
He was in one match.
Bullshit. His
1
run.
minute.
His run.
I think a lot of people would disagree.
His run this time was better than his first run in the WWE by far.
That's funny because
hands down.
I hated this run, and I liked the one WWE the first time.
They screwed him over on that first one. He had more matches, yes. He wrestled as longer matches.
Yeah.
Half those matches were shit. You can't deny that.
Better than 1 minute fucking matches.
No, why? That's Goldberg. That's Goldberg.
Well, I haven't seen a lot of his stuff at WCW, so obviously he's.
You don't need to see it. You saw it. That's what it was.
Well,
that's what you saw.
Why fuck him. He's a shitty wrestler.
Dude, that's all he needs to be. That's Goldberg. That's the character Goldberg. He comes in, he spears you, he jacks hammers you, and it's over.
Goldberg sucks.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. That's why so many people, when Goldberg came back, you know how many fans came back to wrestling because of Goldberg? You know how big that is for the business? WWE's on an upswing.
I admit, even though I even liked it, but I forgot how bad of a wrestler he was, and then it pissed me off.
He was never a technical wrestler. That's not what he needs to be.
Well, I just remember like when you said the first run, I remember him having like longer matches, and
none of them were good. None of them were good. None of them were. They were all bad.
As a fucking
the only good match
as a 15-year-old, that didn't seem that bad.
The only good match he had.
The one against The Rock wasn't that bad. I watched it again. It didn't.
That one was
and everyone talked shit about his match at Lesnar at WrestleMania 20. I didn't think it was that bad.
That was a terrible match. Neither of them cared about that match. It was
the beginning.
very obvious.
The beginning was really annoying when they didn't even
the whole
touch
match
each other.
was. Well,
but as soon as they started wrestling, it wasn't as bad.
Nah,
it wasn't as bad as everyone says.
It could have been much better.
As soon as they start, yes, obviously, but look back until the moment they actually start wrestling. It's not as bad as everybody says. I'm not saying it was great, but it's not as bad as everyone says it is.
Well, you know how I know it's that bad? That's a match the ref technically won.
I don't understand.
Nobody gave a shit about anybody in that match except for Stone Cold.
Oh yeah, duh. Oh,
Nobody came for
I
that
forgot
match.
he was
They
a
came for-
special rep.
Exactly.
The ending was the best when he stunned both of
That's
them.
what I'm saying. That's the best part of the match. What is that saying? The ref had the best part of the match.
That's true. I feel like we got way off topic. What were
No,
we
that was
actually
good.
trying to talk about?
I don't know, but that's a really good thing to end on. So